Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Strider Chip. I'm back with another here to bring some brand new content in a brand new way. Here to talk to you guys about a new Android 18 deck profile I have here for you guys. I hope you guys like it. This is just all a work in progress here for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So I'm not gonna waste much time and dive right into it. So with this Android 18 card, when this card attacks, you draw one. You're gonna place up to one of your blue cards from your drop. Under this card, you're gonna need that as ammo, auto if your life is 4 or less, or if there are 3 or more cards under this, draw one, attack one until you have. You're gonna add at least up to 6 cards in your life, and you're gonna flip it over. Similar effects. When a card attacks, draw one. You're gonna place one blue card from your drop under this card, auto once per turn. When you add a card from your life to your hand, you're gonna place up to one blue card from your drop under this card. One blue card from your drop under this card. Active battle, that's basically when the second skill pops off. Active battle once per turn, you add a card from your life. This card gets a 5k power for the battle, so that's actually pretty dope. And I want to talk about the extra cards I really chose here for it. So right off the bat, I have Dimension Magic. You already know what it is. It's not really much to say about it because it's pretty much a staple for blue. It's really something good to take advantage of. I think this card is a lot better than Sensu Beam, in my opinion. This is better than Sensu Beam. That's just me, because you can play this for free typically if you wanted to by just taking a card from your life. And when you do that, that skill for Android 18 pops off, as long as you have 5 cards in your drop area. So that's pretty cool. That's really good. You know, giving you more ammo to take advantage of your other card skills. So putting cards under this leader and taking advantage of cards that allow you to take cards from underneath your leader to activate skills on that card is very interesting. We'll see that here later on in the deck. So the next card I chose is I chose Kamehameha. Active band. You're gonna choose one of your opponent's battle cards that energy cost of 3 or less, place at the bottom of the deck. I wish it said active battle, but active main, it's still good no matter what. The main reason why I like this card is because it's easy. I think that it's easy to use. It doesn't have an additional condition to it. Like, for example, there's Decisive Strike. It has the future Gohan on it, is blue. You can use that card if you have a Z battle card, a blue Z battle card in the play. Typically, the way I see it is that a lot of times I play Z battle cards on a situational turn. They're there to support the plays of your deck. Just like a unison, they're there to support the play of your deck. So in case you need a card for a certain situation, it's there if you need it. And that'll be the best time to use it. Versus this, to me, this has more accessibility. It's more easy to use. Sometimes I don't, like how I play, sometimes I just don't. I play based off of what I see. You're playing your opponent. You're playing his board. You're playing what you see, what your opponent doing. You're there to control the board or do whatever you can with the board, right? And I think this card is just, it works well for me and for my play style. In case when it's my turn, typically, don't get me wrong, in the past I haven't played a lot of counterplay skills, but I do now. I'm not gonna lie, I do now. It's just the conditions for the other Decisive Strike. I feel like it's just not my taste. It's just not my taste. I think this works better for me. That's just me. Even though Decisive Strike, I think it's definitely a better card than this. This fits more of a play style for me for now. Then we have Encouraging Presence Banaka. Active main. Your leader gains double strike for the duration of the turn, and then you're gonna draw one. This card is really. I think this card is this is the newest. This right here is the new Furthering Destruction Chomper and a new Hidden Power Eating Supreme Kai. Okay, that card is dead now. It's no longer there. This is a substitute for it. This deck works really well for it. So let's say, like, for example, you've used the active battle skill for this card. You got 5k, 20k for the battle, and you have Encouraging Presence Banaka on the field, right? You activate his main for that. You played it, active main, right? You played that first, Encouraging Presence Banaka first, then you activate the out of battle skill when you're swinging. That's 20k double strike. That's just cool. And let's say you're going for game doing that. That's just amazing. I think that card works well for this deck. That's just me. Now we have another one, Internal Energy Shift. Counterattack, you're going to negate the attack. You reveal the top card of their deck. If it's a battle card, you're going to choose up to one of your battle cards and up to one of your energy. You're going to switch it to active mode. Ooh, amazing. This card right here is amazing. So switching up to one of your energies, and if it's a battle card and your battle card, switch it to active mode. You have several blockers in this deck, and I'm going to go ahead and show you. So Android 18, let the battles begin. This is a good blocker. It's amazing. Counterplay. This is a good counterplay. These are the counterplay cards I like the most, man. I like this one a lot because once they play a card, you're declaring, oh, okay, I'm gonna respond to it. I'll play this. That card's going at the bottom of the deck, as long as it's 5 or less, and you can play this in one. As long as you have a unison in play, reduce it by 3. So a unison card of 2 or more. You're reducing it by 3, and your leader's an android. This is perfect. That's a perfect card for this deck. Perfect card. We have Krillin as a blocker as well, defensive battler, deflect, permanent. While we have a blue Android 18 card with an energy cost of 5 or more in play, this card gets a 5k power in blocker. That's nice. So 20k blocker, and then it says at the end of your turn you switch to active mode, so it can swing and it goes right back to active mode at the end of your turn. And it says if you have a leader's blue, you have 3 or more energies, you're gonna play this card from your hand. That's strong. I think that card's really good here for it. I'm trying to look for some more blockers. I know this card's a blocker. Krillin Excel Dance. This is probably one of the best Z cards for a blue deck I've seen. For this leader, is probably like one of the strongest. If your leader has deflect on it, plus dual attack, plus blocker, plus if your leader's blue Android 18 card, when you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and place them at the bottom of the deck. So as that board removal, select up to one of your leaders to active mode. Oh, just imagine if you have Manaka already on the field, you swung with Android 18 already, then you play this, right? You play this. Let's say you're doing this all by turn 6. All right, swinging your leader back to active mode, untapping one of your mono blue energies to active mode. This card gains barrier until the end of your opponent's next turn. At the end of your turn, place up to one of your blue Android 18 cards from your deck underneath your leader. This card, I think, is good. It's amazing. It does what I want it to do. It costs some money, man. As you can see, 5. So the play cost for it is 5. It's 5, and then the Z energy is 3. Z energy is not too bad, but the play cost of this card is pretty bad, man. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's talk about the Krillin cards. We talked about at least 2 of them. Let's talk about some other ones. So we have Krillin in the Android 18, Futures Spun by Battle, Deflect. These cards are coming out in the field no matter what. It has Deflect on it. It has dual attack. If you don't have a unison to play, when this card is played, you're going to play up to one of your Android 18 cards, Krillins, Mirrors, Family United from your deck with a marker on it in rest mode, and you're gonna shuffle your deck. This card right here is amazing. So long as you have this card in your hand, you're gonna have your unison. Active main, limited 1 copy per card per turn, 2 blue energies. If your leader is a blue Android 18 card and there are 2 or more cards under that, you're gonna play this card from your hand. You need this card. So this card is amazing. This card, playing this at 4, it's a must have. And playing your unisons also at 4, which is also a blocker. But you can't really untap this one as a unison. Is if your leader is a Krillin Android 18 or 18 card, gains blocker, active bane, 2 marker on it, you draw 1, discard 1 card from your hand. Additionally, if your leader is a Krillin or Android 18 card, both mono blue, you're gonna place up to one of your Krillin or Android 18 cards, both blue, from your drop under your leader. At the end of your turn, you switch this to active mode. Then also it says remove 4 markers from it. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards, annoying barrier, and place it at the bottom of the deck. So board removal. So with this deck, as you probably noticed, there's a lot of board removal for this deck. There's power boosting benefits, right? And also there is defensive options. This deck has a combination of both offense and defense, and pressure at that. Technically pressure is offense, and a lot of pressure at that. We've seen several cards that has dual attack on it. So this has dual attack on it, right? And then this Krillin right here has dual attack on it as well. Permanent. It says if your leader is a blue Android 18 card with an energy cost of 5 or more in play, this card gains dual attack. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less. You're going to place them at the bottom of the deck. Ooh. Bull removal and pressure, right? Swinging multiple times. Active main. 1 blue energies. 3 or more. By turn 3, you get to play this card from your hand for just 1 energy. This card is good. Only problem with this card doesn't have deflect on it. But however, you could use it as bait. You can use it as bait. They can kill it if they want to. They can respond to it if they want to. It's up to them. And that card it's just amazing. Super combos. We have Krillin as a super combo. And then we have Xeno also as a super combo as well, in case you want to take advantage of switching out your energy. So for our Android 17 cards, let's talk about Android 17 emergency defense, counter attack, limited 1 copy per card per turn. You're going to negate the cat attack. You're going to play this card. It says permanent. You can activate this counter skill from your hand without paying its energy cost by placing 2 blue non-leader cards from under your leader. So 2 cards under your leader into the owner's drop to play this card. Real good. You got a 15k on the field too. That's a cool card. Another Android 17 card is Defending Friends. This card is very powerful. Negate the attack, and it's played in rest mode. Limited 1 copy per card per turn. If your leader is blue and your leader is a Z leader, you have 3 or more Z energies, or you have a Z battle card in play, you're going to play this card for the turn, and your opponent can attack with battle cards unless they choose 1 card in their hand and place it at the bottom of their deck each turn. That's cool. It's hand destruction at its finest. And you have a lot of blockers in your deck. You really do. You have a lot of them. And I played this at 4. I would say you can technically play it at 3. You don't even need a whole lot of those cards there. You don't really need a whole lot. But that's a good card, man. It's a really, really good card. 3 or 4. I'd say 3 at that. So another Android 17 card supporting your sister. When you play it, choose up to one of your mono blue Android 18 cards with your energy cost of 5 or less. You're going to switch it to active mode. It's in this is active battle, limited 1. So basically, an Android, if your leader's Android 18 card and an Android 18 card is in your combo area, you're going to play this card from under your leader. And at the end of your turn, if this card is in play, place it at the bottom of the owner's deck. So essentially, this card is only there to support. And then one of your Android 18 cards is get this switch back to active mode, 5 or less. So the targets here for that, Android 18s that we have, this is a target. This has double strike on it. If this card is removed from the battle area, it's removed from the game instead. You need this card. It has double strike on it, 20k, limited 1 copy per turn. If your leader is a blue, you have 3 or more energies. When you use a blue Krillin card from your hand or battle area in a combo, you're gonna play this card. Play this card from under your leader or hand. That's really good. And then when you play this card, you're gonna play up to one of your mono blue Krillin cards. The energy cost of 3 or less from your Z energy combo area or from drop area. That's really, really good, man. That's really, really good. And you guys already seen the 3 drop Krillins we have. So the 3 drops Krillins we have the targets, defensive Krillin, real good stuff. And then we have this power expanded, which has dual attack on it as well. Man, this is really good stuff. It has a lot of synergy. This deck is amazing. The other Android 18 card you guys already seen this. I think we just talked about this one already. I think we may have talked about it. Deflect, dual attack. Man, these cards are amazing. You're playing it in 2. Man, these cards are amazing. Deflect, dual attack. You're playing it in 2 energies. It just does what we needed to do. It has a lot of synergy here to that. So the other 5 drops we have Android 18, Unmeasureless, Strength, Energy Exhaust, Critical, Arrival. It's honestly, I think this card should have been played at maybe 4 instead of playing it at 3. Because you need at least one of these charging your energy. You need at least one of them charging your energy. And that's what Xeno's for in case the situation calls for it. You're going to take advantage of it. Permanent, if your leader is a blue Android card, you're going to negate the skill energy exhaust skill in all areas. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards up to one of their, and what the one of their cards in hand, place in the bottom of the deck in any order, excuse me. And then it says discard this card from your hand. You're going to look at the top 5 cards from your deck. You're going to add one blue Android card with an energy cost of 5 or less among them to the hand. You're going to shuffle your deck. This is real good. That's actually pretty good. Not too bad at all. Another Android 18 card, gearing up for battle. It's just a search right there, top 5. Looking for Krillin or Android card, 5 or less. Shuffle your deck. Most of your Android cards you got are typically 5 or less. Active main, limited 1, burst 1. You're gonna place this at the bottom of your underneath your leader, like that. Real good stuff. And I think, like I said, I talked about this one. This one also allows you to, if you don't have a unison in play, you're gonna play it from your deck with a marker on it in rest mode. That's really good, man. That is really good. Playing it at 4. So that's a lot of the cards here. I think I showed off this one as well. You already know it. You should already know what it is. This is a staple. It's all staple. And then we have Super Saiyan Goku Rose Mortals Begone. When you play it, draw a card. You're gonna choose only one of your opponent's battle cards. The energy costs 4 or less. Place them at the bottom of the deck. That's board removal, mono blue, active battle, 3 or more energies. By turn 3, you're paying this by 1 energy. This is real good stuff. Real good stuff, man. It is some real good stuff. And let's go ahead and go over a little bit of the. Oh, also don't forget about the other cards here. Don't forget about the non. So we have Piccolo, the Infiltrator, Dual Attack, Deflect, and you're probably just going to take advantage of this card by putting Barrier on it. You're not going to use anything else, so Barrier is the only thing you're going to really take advantage of. That's pretty good. And this Dual Attack, you got this. Like I said, this deck got a lot of pressure onto it. A lot of pressure you put on the board. Same thing with this one. Dual Attack. Son Gohan and Piccolo. When this card attacks, you draw 1 card. If your opponent has a battle card to play, this gets a 5k power for the battle. You have 24 at that. If you have 5 or more Z energies or 2 or more Z battle cards to play, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards when an energy cost of 3 or more. Ignoring Barrier, you're gonna place at the bottom of the deck. Ooh. And then active battle leader is a blue or yellow. 3 or more blue or yellow cards in your combo area. You're gonna play this card from your hand. This card is good, man. I'm playing this at 1. I'm only playing 1 of these, and that was a typical. Technically, these can be count as win conditions here to the deck. I think there's a lot of win conditions. That's just me. Then we have Cell, the ultimate bio android, Deflect, Dual Attack. When you play this card from your energy, you're gonna choose all your opponent's battle cards and place them under this card. This is auto once per turn. If this card is in your battle, when your opponent activates a counter attack skill, they place 1 card from their hand at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, that's dirty. That's dirty, man, dirty boy. You know, active Bane, limited 1 copy per card. 1 blue, 1 green, 2 other, so 4. This you play this card from your hand, you get double strike for the turn. So Dual Attack and double strike, 30k. This is where it's at. You ain't getting it elsewhere. That's a really cool card. So that's one of the some of the win conditions. So we also have Baby Hachiak, Saiyan Destroyer. You already know what it is. You guys already know what you're doing with this card. No, it's nothing much to say about it. Real cool stuff, real good stuff here for the deck too as well. So that nasty spike. And then all right, so we have Android 18 at Cell Drive. You'll have a Z Awaken 3 or less. That's if you want to. Z Stack 2 blue Krillin or Android 17 with an energy cost of 5. It's gonna take that from your Z battle deck at that, and you're gonna place it under this card. I think, yeah. So when you put this into play on top of your leader from your Z deck, place 2 of the specified costs from your Z deck under this card. When you put once per turn, auto once per turn, when this card attacks, draw 1. You're gonna place up to 1 of your blue cards from your deck under this card. Active main. Once per turn, 3 blue energies. Place 3 of your blue non-leaders from under this card to the owner's deck. Play up to 1 Krillin or Android 17 card. Both the blue cards in this card gains double strike for the turn. All that pressure you putting onto the board. So this is a necessary right here. This is a necessary. This is a necessary. Real good. This is a good card. Real good card. Some of the other cards I chose, you should know what this one does. All the other effects you may not like. At least the second auto effect you're probably gonna take advantage of. Deflect, triple strike, barrier blocker. You need that. You're not going to worry about that because you don't have future trunks. At the end of your turn, you're going to switch this card to active mode. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards. You're going to place it at the bottom of the owner's deck. Your opponent places 1 card from their hand at the bottom of their deck as well. Ooh. You have Android 17, Excel Drive, Deflect, Critical, and Double Strike. Real cool stuff. Real good stuff. If your leader is a blue Android 18 card, when you play this card, switch up to one of your blue to mono blue to active mode. Switch up to one of your leaders to active mode. It gets a 10k power for the turn. At the end of the turn, you're gonna place one of your blue Android 18 cards from your deck, from your drop under your leader. Excuse me, from your drop on your leader. That's real good stuff. This is all these cards are good, man. A lot of the blue Z battle cards are good. We already know about Sale. I may have already talked about this one already, but you should already know what it is. It's a wrap here at that, man. It's just the cost for this card is so cheap. 3 energies, 2 Z energies. You're playing it. Everything's getting wiped out on this board. It's 5 or less. You're gonna place it under this card, and then you activate this card's main skill. Long as if he had 5 or more cards on the board that was 5 or less, you can place in all those cards there. And it says you're gonna switch this card back to active mode if you've already swung with it. And additionally, you're gonna send 4 more cards from your drop. You're gonna use this, you're gonna use the card skill to place 4 more cards in your drop. So yeah, if you have 4 more cards under this card, you're gonna place it. So you're gonna take the cards underneath it and you're gonna place it in the drop. So long as you took all 4 or 5 of them there, you just get triple strike for the turn and critical. Real good stuff. Krillin, we talked about him. He's a boy, superstar of the deck. And then we have Beerus as well. This one's probably another board removal. When a card attacks, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and the energy cost greater than their current energy. You're gonna place it at the bottom of their deck. So that's if you want. This is a good board removal. This card gets a 5k power for the turn, so you at 15. Additionally, once per turn, 2 blue energies. If your opponent has 3 or more energies, you're gonna switch this card to active mode. You're gonna choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. Ignoring barrier, you're gonna place them at the bottom of the deck, and this card gains dual attack for the turn. Ooh, it's board removal and the pressure with the deck. So this deck is probably this is the top tier deck. It's a S deck. It's S tier, 0 tier. It's probably one of the best decks out there so far. Good leader. You can do a lot with this deck or leader. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and peace.